Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. So today on 15th July 2024, we will be going to discuss the Hindu. So today we will be going to discuss total 6 editorials. So let's start with page number 5. So in this article, Karnataka to release 8,000 cuses of Kaveri water daily to Tamil Nadu. So this editorial is related to some water dispute of Kaveri between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So it's a polity chapter, interstate dispute. So we will be going to discuss this. On page number 6, the problem with Karnataka gig worker bill. So this topic is related to economy. We will be going to study what is gig worker and what is Karnataka's bill on gig worker. On page number 8, on the jurisdiction of CBI. So how CBI works, we'll be going to discuss in this article. On same page, Union government ran on financial transfer to different state. So why Union government ran financial transfer for this different state? To balance the stability of finance. So on page number 8, this article is related to economy. To make the fiscal deficit stable, Union government rent some of the monetary to various states. So we will be going to discuss this economic part in this article. On page number 12, three die of asphyxiation at illegal coal mining in Gujarat. So illegal coal mining is a topic of environment and science and tech in GS3. So we will be going to discuss this in detail. Page number 12. A celebration of indigenous seeds so change in the farm landscape. So this article is something related to seed preservation, why seed preservation is important and how genetic seeds are developed. So let's start with the articles. So let's read the article first, then we will discuss the background data. So Karnataka to release 8,000 cuses of Kaveri water daily to Tamil Nadu. The CWRC has ordered the state to discharge 11,500 cuses of water till July 31. CM says cumulative water storage in Kaveri Basin Reservoir stood at 63 of capacity at state is expected to receive good rainfall between July 17 to 24. Karnataka on Sunday decided to release Kaveri water at rate of 8,000 cuses daily to Tamil Nadu. Following a direction from Kaveri Water Regulation Committee (CWRC), this Kaveri Water Regulation Committee. The panel has directed that state release 11,500 cuses of water. The state also decided to go on an appeal to Kaveri Water Management Authority against CWRC order. After the discussion at all-party meeting and based on legal advice by advocate, it has been decided water as CWRC Kaveri Water Resolution Committee direction to release only after good rain, otherwise we will be releasing only 8,000 cuses. Besides, we will appeal against CWRC order. So this article is also discussing related to some dispute, like how rain, the water release will be depending on the rain, like how much rain will be going to happen between 14 July to 17 July to 21st. So this committee, they will release only after if it is a good rain. So, what is the background behind Kaveri water dispute and water storage, dam facilities, and various ministers are discussing on this. So, like, I have brought a map to discuss this in detail. So, dams in Karnataka across Kaveri and its tributaries. So, this Kaveri River and its tributaries. So, Kaveri River originates in Western Ghat, as we know. Like, here is the Western Ghat, goes till Maharashtra, and Kaveri River originate here at Tala Kaveri. Here some Tal means a lake type in district of Karnataka, in district Kodagu district in Karnataka at a height of 1341 meters. So what is like, let's study first river. This are left bank of Kaveri river, like it starts from here, Kodagu district, goes like this, and drains in Tamil Nadu. This is Kaveri Delta. So left bank we will study first, left bank. Harangi, Hemavati, and there is one more Shimsha and Arkavati. Then right banks are Lakshman Tirtha, Kambini, Bhavani, Noyal, and Amravati. Sorry, actually this is the wrong map. Actually it is based on reservoir. No tributaries are been shown, but I have discussed all the tributaries. There are total nine tributaries. Harangi, Hemavati, Shimsha, Akravati is on left bank, and Lakshmana Tirtha, Kambini, Bhavani, Noyal, Amravati is on right bank. And there are some check dams built on Kaveri rivers. So this dam are built like on Harangi, Kambini, Hemvati, Krishna Raga Saga. Here dams are built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So because of the dam, the water doesn't reach till Tamil Nadu. So this dispute is going on, that Kaveri region, Delta region, this all. So what is like the water disputes? So like Karnataka, between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, this water sharing dispute is going back from 19th century. Initially, agreement was happened between on 1892 to and 1924 under British rule only. So after this agreement, they decided to share water as per this committee, CWRC committee. Supreme Court in 2018 adjusted the allocations, slightly increasing at Karnataka. So there was appeal again by Tamil Nadu, and this ongoing dispute is depend on like how much monsoon rainfall and how much water availability is going on. So this is something related to water dispute going between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So let's go with next article. problem with Karnataka gig worker bills. Last month, Karnataka introduced a bill called Draft Karnataka Platform Based Gig Worker Social Security and Welfare Bill, seeking to provide social security and welfare measure for platform based gig worker in the state. In government share draft on 9th July, recent passed a similar law enacted by Rajasthan called Rajasthan Platform Based Gig Worker Registration and Welfare Act 2023. The rise of gig worker versus work issue. The number of gig and platform worker is on rise. More so, it is last decade with the development in the app, cab, and retail delivery sector. It in its working policy paper on gig economy. Niti Aayog has made projection of a gig workforce expanding to 23.5 million workers by 2030. So, what is gig worker bill? Like, to objective is to provide security and the labor right to gig workers in Karnataka. And coverage is related to like what gig worker perform, what service they provide, like food delivery, freelancing, and various app-based material they do. And this bill has been brought for the Social Security Fund and such benefits for health insurance, accident coverage, and retirement benefits. So, in this, however, in a gig economy, employment relation are subjected to dismanification as well as complication. Those who run the platform prefer to call themselves as aggregators are considered gig workers as independent contract workers. Aggregate believe that are providing technology and bringing together independent worker and consumer. Independent workers are masters of their own work according to aggregators. So, what are benefits of gig working? So, like it is flexible. Worker can often choose their own hours and projects to work. If they want to work, they can work, or they can simply they log out the app and do whatever they want. So it's like something benefit of gig working. On the other hand, workers in gig economy consider aggregator as employment as condition of service and term of employment are set by aggregators. For example, in an app cab operation, the price of ride is determined by the app aggregator, and the entire ecosystem of a working condition and term and ride decided by the app company only. Ola, Uber, Rapido, this app. Like, let's read core issues first. The welfare board model adopted Rajasthan and Karnataka provides some welfare scheme for gig worker, but it does not replace institutional social security benefits such as provide provident fund, gratuity, and or relief. Maternity benefits which regular regular workers are legal entitled to. Historical welfare boards model has been poorly implemented as evidences by the Construction Worker Welfare Act of 1996 and the Unorganized Workers Social Security Act where funds were available but inadequately used. The Karnataka bill does not address the issue of minimum wages or working hour for gig workers. Section 16 discusses income security regarding payment deduction but does not guarantee a minimum income wages, entitlement or revenue sharing between aggregators and gig workers. Section 16 clause 12 only require weekly payment without specifying a minimum amount. The proposed of Karnataka bill like Code on Social Security 2020 and Rajasthan Act 2023 failed to address the employment relationship in gig economy. The oversight confuses employment relation, the absolve employers of legal obligation, make it difficult to fully protect worker rights. So this article is only based on gig workers and their rights, and policies are what policies does Karnataka government want to bring to solve issue and give social security to gig workers. So let's read like what is gig worker first. Gig worker, also known as gig economy, it refers to some labor market. What is labor market? Is freelance work as opposed to permanent job like Uber, Lyft, Ola, Swiggy, Zomato. This type of driving jobs and delivery service is comes under gig worker. So this jobs is based on digital platform and apps, matching, scheduling, payment processes has been increased because of gig workers and gig economic jobs. And like we have covered everything holistically now. So let's go with next article on the jurisdiction of CBI. Is the Central Bureau Investigation an independent agency, or does it come under the control of union government? Does CBI need to permission of state to carry out investigation in territory which all the state have withdrawn general consent of central agency? So what is CBI jurisdiction and scope of their investigation? What types of case they investigate, how the case are registered, what is the investigation process, how they proceed legally, and what are challenges of jurisdiction of CBI. We will be going to discuss the background detail after reading the article. So let's start reading the article first. The Supreme Court on July 10 upheld the maintenance of the West Bengal government suits accusing of union government of constitutional overreach by employing the Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) to register and investigate cases in the state despite it withdrawal of its general consent on November 16, 2018. A bench comprising Justice B. R. Gavai and Sandeep Mehta rejected the central preliminary objection that it was found wrongly made a defendant it suit as it is does not control the CBI, which want independent agency pursuing various provisions of Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946. Okay. So, what is general consent? Under Section 6 of DSPE Act, Delhi Special Police Establishment Act, CBI is required to obtain consent from the concerned state's government before initiating an investigation within its jurisdiction. The permission is crucial since police and public order are subject that fall within the state list under the 7th schedule of the Constitution. However, no such prior consent is necessary in union territories or railway areas. General consent is given by state to facilitate the agency's seamless investigation into corruption charges against central government employees in their territories. However, since 2015, several states Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Kerala, Mizoram, Punjab, Rajasthan, Telangana, Meghalaya, and West Bengal has revoked their general consent, alleging that the center is misusing the federal agency to unfairly target the opposition in the absence of such omnibus consent. The CBI will be unable to register and face case in this state without explicit permission of the representative state government. Pandit Acharya, former Secretary General Lok Sabha, told. What does the case filed by West Bengal government alleged? What was union government argument? What did the verdict states? What are the implications? So discuss what is jurisdiction of CBI first. Like what is CBI? Central Bureau of Investigation is Indian investigation agency, is only for handling complex and high profile cases. So jurisdiction and scope, the CBI takes up cases referred to central government only, involving involving corruption, economic offenses, and other serious crimes. State government cases. The CBI can investigate cases within a state only if state government consent. The Supreme Court and High Court also direct the CBI to take up all cases without state consent in certain circumstances only. So, what types of cases does CBI jurisdict? Anti Corruption Division, corruption and fraud, economic offenses such as bank fraud, money laundering, and corruption, corporate crimes. What are some special crimes which CBI also jurisdicts? Is homicide, terrorism, and cases on national importance. So how this process happens? Like first FIR is registered, first information report, then there is some inquiry based on sufficient ground to proceed formal investigation. What is investigation process and how they proceed? Collection of evidence, then interrogation and the coordination with the different agencies. This is all related to this article. हमने बहुत पढ़ लिया है. अब नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल की ओर जाते हैं. Union government reign on financial transfer to different states. Hmm. Union government reign on financial transfer to different state. One of the reason for the state share in gross revenue is declining in the net tax revenue is arrived after deduction the revenue collection under case on surcharges revenue collection from union territories and taxes administration expenses. So what is union why union government transfers some finances and monetaries to different states? Union government transfer the states financial resources through various mechanism to ensure balanced economic development and fiscal stability across the country, to meet their expenditure responsibilities. The The Finance Commission decide every 5 years recommend to distribute net proceed of taxes between union and states. And among the states themselves have some tax devolution and grant in aid. So how this plan grants? So Niti Aayog grants oversees the allocation of grant for state plan. There is two authorities, Central Assistant to State Plan and Central Sponsor Scheme, which funds are allocated. So let's have some look in this article too. Every year start since the start of 14th Finance Commission award period 2015-16, the Union government has been reducing the financial transfer to the state. This particularly strange given that the 14th Finance Commission recommended devolving 42% of the union taxes revenues to state, which is clean 10 percent point increase over 13th Finance Commission recommendation. The 15th Finance Commission retains the recommendation of 41% excluding the devolution to Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh, which were recategorized as union territory. If they include in the share of Jammu Kashmir Ladakh, it should be 42%. The union government not only reduced the financial transfer to state but also increased its own total revenue to increase its discretionary expenditure. The discretionary expenditure of the union government are not being routed through the state budget and therefore can impact different states in different way. This they have given some data which is not important. Centralization of public expenditure, we will be going to discuss this in background. Again some data. Scope for anti-federation fiscal policy. The financial transfer through CSS central schemes are not non-statutory transfer as they are based on neither any legal provision nor any formula determined by Finance Commission. This non-statutory grant form 12.6 of the gross tax revenue together with statutory grant. The total financial transfer as a proportion of gross tax revenue were only 47.9 in 2020-24. Further, the non-statutory grant are tied grant that held to spend on specific scheme for which the grant are allocated. 1 minute. Okay. Huh. The reduces the freedom of the state in conducting public expenditure in addition to retaining more 50% of gross tax revenue. The union government incurs the fiscal deficit to extend 5.9% of GDP. Thus, the union government build enormous financial power with limited expenditure responsibility. Further, the 15th Finance Commission noted that Union government had urged for the downward revision of state shares in union tax revenue from 42% and the commission retained 41, citing higher expenditure commitment. The union government may repeat the argument before 16th Finance Commission so much for cooperative federalism. So, like, what is discretionary grant? Like special central assistant allocation purpose. What is special packages of the states? Like for economic backwardness and natural disaster, sector allocation in private sector schemes, for funds for education, health, and agriculture. So all this comes under this fund financial transfer to maintain fiscal stability and to meet their expenditure responsibility. So पूरा आर्टिकल कवर हो चुका है, मेरे हिसाब से तो कुछ रह नहीं गया. तो लेट्स गो विथ नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल. re-die of asphyxiation at illegal coal mine in Gujarat. So, what is illegal coal mining? Where is coal located? कहाँ गया मैप? कोल फील्ड देखते हैं पहले कहाँ पर लोकेटेड है. मेजर कोल फील्ड रानीगंज चारिया इस बोकारो झारखंड यहाँ पर लोकेटेड है ऐसे कहीं पे. सिंगरूली पेंच कान्हा तावा वैली तालचर चंदावरदा गोदावरी वैली. So this is the major coal field in नॉर्थ ईस्ट साइड. यहाँ पर ज़्यादा है सेंट्रल एरिया में मध्य प्रदेश उड़ीसा बिहार झारखंड. So what is article related to? Let's discuss that first. Illegal coal mining in Gujarat is a fourth such incident reported this year, and 10 people had lost their life. The police in Surendranagar district have registered a case against 4, including a BJP panchayat member. 3 labor died of asphyxiation inside as illegal coal mining in Surendranagar district of Gujarat on Saturday. It is the fourth such incident reported this year in which a total 10 people had lost their life while digging for low-grade low in illegal mining found in several parts of district. The coal is used for fuel factories in state and elsewhere. The deceased has been identified as Lakshman Dhabi, 35-year-old, Falana 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 Dimka. They have been work in mining near Bhet village in Thangadu Taluka without helmet, mask or any other safety equipment. The police have registered case culpable homicide not amounting to murder against 4 people but yet to making any arrest. Kalpesh Parmar, a BJP Taluka Panchayat member, and Khimej Sadaria, whose wife is a district panchayat member of a BJP, are among the accused. In February, 3 workers had died after inhaling toxic gas that emanated at a blast triggered by gelatin stick during illegal mining operation. So, what is this coal illegal mining and what are their significance? So, unregulated mining without proper license first, violating environmental and safety regulations. What is environmental impacts? It leads to deforestation, soil erosion, water pollution and damaging ecosystem. Health hazard due to this uh, inhaling toxic gases after blast triggered. So what happened? This health hazard exposes worker and local community due to high health risk, poor condition and pollution. There are some child labor involved in this working of mines and all. So this ineffective enforcement of law and corruption hindered effort to curb illegal activities. What are government initiatives to tackle this? A raid has been conducted by authority to shut down illegal corruption on operation minings. There are some awareness campaign going on about illegal mining and its benefit to stop. There are some policies related to mining regulation and enhancing the surveillance. So was all related to illegal mining and their key aspects. So let's start reading next article. A celebration of indigenous seed sows change in the farm landscape. A popular movement to preserve indigenous seed variety, many on the verge of extinction in the tribal dominated region of southern Rajasthan, is helping to promote not just crop diversity but also climate resilience. Thousands of tribal people from nearly 1,000 villages and hamlets in the tribal belt at the tri-junction of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat took part in series of Beach Utsav Seed Festival held in the last week of June. Some 90 such events were held, giving participants a chance to learn techniques of preserving indigenous seed for use of different crop seasons. At Sera Naga village in Bansawara district, members of the Bhel community gathered around a few tables on which indigenous millet seeds were displayed. The seed brought by the some women farmer were taken in small amount by others who needed them. The, the participants were encouraged to tell other farmers in their village about what they had learned at the event and also share a few seeds with them. At the end of these interactive assemblies, the farmer took a pledge to protect and save indigenous seeding by developing the habit of using them in their regular agriculture practice. Indigenous seed and importance legacy preserved by tribal communities is the midst of its increasing influence of a multinational companies in agriculture sector. Beach Utsav form parts of our campaign to promote the use of the seed matching the local environment and presenting it as a practice that can be replicated elsewhere. Jayesh Joshi, secretary of Bansawara-based voluntary group Vagdhara said, Vagdhara, which worked on tribal livelihood issue, was the main organizer of a beach Utsav event, which were facilitated by other tribal rights. Groups such as Krishi Evam Adivasi Swaraj Sangathan, Gram Swaraj Samuh, Saksham Samuh, and Bal Swaraj. Mr. Joshi said the indigenous seed variety were inherently compatible with the local farming condition and were economically practiced and environmentally more sustainable. Over 50 indigenous seeds variety were displayed at Beach Utsav event catalogued as grain, pulses, vegetable and others. Those farmers who have diligently worked to preserve seed in the respect areas were honored as Beach Mitra or and Beach Mata. So this is all related to article. So let's discuss some background detail also. So, preserving indigenous species is crucial for maintaining agriculture biodiversity. and food security and cultural heritage. So, how this genetic diversity, indigenous speed are offered wide ranges. The culture heritage has often tried to traditional farming practices, and after these seeds are preserved, so it could prevent from food security. And what are how this seeds and strategies of seed preservation. So there are seed banks at local and national level to store these indigenous seeds. Community seed saving banks. This participate breeding of these various seeds such as BT cotton seeds, Sonahunga, BT brinjal seeds. So this is some participatory breeding. Policy supports education and awareness and research and documentation. सो ये तो जान लिया कि कैसे हो रहा है सीड्स प्रिजर्वेशन, बट चैलेंजेस क्या क्या है उसमें. Commercialization of agriculture. Because of the dominance of hybrid and genetically modified seed can lead to erosion of hydrological as well as indigenous varieties. Due to the climate change, changing weather pattern pose a threat to habitat where the seed have traditionally thrived. There is lack of awareness in the farmer communities may not be aware of this important of preserving indigenous seeds. So this is all related to this article and challenges. So today we have discussed total 6 articles. So let's end this discussion now. Thank you guys for watching. Please share this video with your friends. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Have a good day ahead. Bye bye.